Well, okay, I guess we'll start class. You know, I guess. Well, okay, I guess. Let's see here. All right. Let's get 2 blocks and a reasonably optimistic attitude. Yay. Morning, everybody. This is me staring at my phone for all the world to see. A block. A wall. A right leg. Don't kick any furniture. You may knock the piece of furniture over, but ultimately it will win by multiplying the number of bones in your feet. Interestingly enough, the overall volume of bones in your feet will be the same. They'll just be spread out and more numerous. Whatever speed you're going today, see if you can slow down. Notice I'm using some momentum, just to sort of an easy. Nothing too fancy. Swingy swing. Happy Saturday, y'all. Cindy, Sarah, Eleanor, Ula, whoever else is here. I know it takes something for you to get the technology in line and the space and the quarantine the cat so it can't interrupt you. If you can, let's don't touch the wall and swing whilst balancing. See if you can make your face look relaxed as you focus like a mad person. Okay, all right, let's do something that you never would have expected. Let's catch that right knee. Saturday at 11. I do believe next Saturday we're doing the How to Get Super Flexible workshop. We just like having workshops and not letting anybody know. The plan is to have workshops for the remaining Saturdays in May. And then keep them moderately regular. So our 11 o'clock class will be interrupted a little bit with workshops, but we'll try to keep them interesting. A good mix of lecture-y stuff with practice-y stuff. Right knee to the right, everybody over to the left. Now there's a wall right here. You can totally touch your toes to it, but don't. Lots of things you can do that you probably shouldn't. Like see how far your finger will go into your nose. Probably shouldn't do that. All right. 2 feet on the block. Whee! Still haven't gotten off the block. Squish those 2 feet on there. Head pushes up. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Stay right where you are. Still bouncing on the block. Today's coffee cup brought to you by Morning Star. Stay away from their donuts, but enjoy their... They mostly do Greenway coffee, I believe. Ooh, I get to... Let's see here. All right, I had 2. That's very funny. The filter didn't like your kicking a child comment. That's pretty funny. Andrea's joke is slightly delayed due to the censors at YouTube, aka our electronic overlords at Google. Now we have 2 options. If you're on a mat, you're not going to be able to turn your block. So if your block is on a mat, what you're going to do is do tiny little baby steps. If you're like me and you're on the floor, you can try to twist the block. There we go. And now still without stepping off the block, I'm going to Put my right foot perfectly centered in the middle of the block. If you have to choose between heel and toes, have your toes hanging off, and it's time for second side. Hey Helen, did you do the class, the Facebook class too? Oh, you did. This is 2 in a row. This is exciting. Get some nice momentum. Please don't kick the floor either. That'd be a bummer. Oh, thanks. I haven't even started balancing yet. Here we go. Swinging. See if you can not touch the wall. Woo, woo. This is advanced. Woo. Let's catch this left knee. The foot's extra twitchy. The leg is perfectly straight. Trying to calm down. Take this left knee over to the left. Hips kick over to the left, upper body falls to the right. Don't forget to breathe. Everybody's breathing. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Right back to center, 2 feet. If you can balance with your eyes closed, go ahead and do that. Nice deep inhales. Wee. Now there's sort of a fundamental question, can you balance on a block? 2 feet and eyes closed. And can you find your mouth with your coffee cup with your eyes closed without, caveat, without breaking a tooth? Yes, but I recommend the extra poochy lips solution. That helps you not slam the cup right in your face. Bang. Let's walk around, feel your feet. Let's get to work on our legs, shall we? All right, both walks handy. Fantastic. Let's work on a little bit of our lunge today. Left foot in line with the length of the mat, right foot up. So this is there was sort of a moment in our swing, we were sort of here, right? I was swinging my leg, and I was able to get it high enough. That's sort of like this moment. We're just pausing it in time, leveraging it open, and not worrying about the right hamstring so much. The right knee's bent, chest is up. Scratch, scratch. With the standing leg straight, look at your standing foot, the left foot. Make sure it's in line with the mat, so it's straight, it's perpendicular to the wall. Your foot is not. Your foot's strongly turned out. So go ahead and fix that. Lock this left knee, kick your hips towards the wall, and we shift hips left and right. Okay. Not so bad. Let's peel our toes and the front of our foot off the wall as you straighten this right leg. All right, so now we are sort of dealing with hamstring issues in the right leg. Make sure both legs are now perfectly straight. It should feel like my right knee is pushing to the floor, my left knee is pushing back. And that's going to get me the straightenification we want. Good. We come off the wall, balancing. Call this boom. And just like a boom, we can take it over to the right. And you bring it down. Good. When you put your right foot down, put it right down next to your left so that it's the same distance. So at least we can have symmetry left to right. Your legs aren't symmetrically flexible, but I can remove at least one variable to notice if one side's better or worse. All right. Let's take a gander at your standing foot. Right foot's in line with the length of the mat. Standing leg straight, hips forward. Oh, so good. Left and right, pretty please. There we go. I peel the front half of the left foot off the wall as I straighten the left leg. So that's just my heel on the wall. Try to pull your toenails back to the shin. Both legs straighten. And we balance. Woo! Oh, I forgot one. Sorry. We take the left leg over to the left. And then we shake it out. Yay! All right. Now this isn't the death class. It's just the medium. We're just medium hard. Medium hard. No death. No death. So instead of death, which is all of our fates, and of course is a part of life, you have cell death all the time. It's actually good. It's one of the things we're trying to create a little bit more of. When we fast, right? Winter clears off the weak branches of the tree. It doesn't have to waste all those resources. It's good. So instead of death, let's not focus on life, because remember, it's not about positive, negative. It's not that one thing is good and bad. It's what if we can simplify the thing mechanically. Medium classes aren't easy, but I've taken something that we want to do, like a handstand. Let's look at the mechanics of it, simplify it, and let's do the sort of things that you might call the building blocks or the pieces of it. So when I'm jumping into a handstand through the pike, there's a moment when my hips are over my hands and my legs are out in front of me. Right? If I complete the movement, my legs come up. But if I just sort of paused at one point, I'm here in down dog on the wall. All right, so what if we just hung out here? What if we got rid of all the momentum and got less momentum with this static position? So, down dog on the wall, feet hip height. My legs are perfectly straight. If you can't perfectly straightenify the legs, your hands are too close-ish. Turn the head, check out the neck. Feel the burning in your deltoids. They're your shoulder butt. They need to be strong. If you are going to turn your arms to legs, you should feel very weak as the minutes pass by. We are breathing so that we can ensure that we won't die. Even though that's not technically insurance, but you know that. Let's walk your feet halfway to the floor. Do not let your feet slide to the floor. Nobody slides to their death. If you got one of those doors with these little lips, don't hang out on the lip. Go just above it and make the push of the feet do the work. My legs are straight. Arms are straight. 3, 2, 1. We step our feet down, touch our knees down, and immediately, instantaneously, go into our knuckle push-ups. One at a time. Knuckle push-ups, knuckle push-ups. Don't shake your hands out. You don't get to take a break. Unless you've already taken a break. Then come back. Andrew, I was already mid-break, so I'm going to have to interrupt my break to come back. Oh, that's fine too. Come back. Do them at the same time. No head banging, so none of that. It's good. Good. Now, as you do your knuckle push-ups, grip your fingertips. Try that. It's hard, yeah? All right. Hands come closer together. Elbows come down. I wonder what we're going to do next. Feel the burn. Feel the burn. Your shoulder bud is weeping, and your scapula aren't controlled, because toward your ears they're creeping. Straighten your knees, flex your hips, pull your belly to the wall. Walk your feet halfway to the floor. Push hard so they do not fall. I'm an elbows down dog on the wall. My feet were hip height. Now they're halfway to the floor. Drive your elbows into the floor. See if you can punch holes in your mat with thine elbows. 3, 2. And we touch those knees down. All right, so we've taken sort of a distilled piece, right, of the complexity, the tapestry, and isolated it. We TikToked the head. I did my first oil painting yesterday. It's nothing to speak home about. Although, if you like, I can take a picture of it. And when you start studying painting, and for those of you who've ever done any kind of painting, spread the hands, or studied color, studied photography. With photography, we take the complexity of the color spectrum for granted. When you're painting, you got to choose the colors. It's very annoying. All right, let's do 2 more little processes. We're going to work on hands and work on elbows. I'm going to turn so you can see me, but you can just scooch away from the wall so that your feet can't hit the wall. Back in a down dog. Feel your fresh hands. Imagine you're about to do a knuckle push-up. Push those knuckles into the floor, and then also grip your fingertips. So knuckles down, fingertips grip. Shoulder blades away from the ears. Chest arches up. Soften your knees. Good. Here we go. World's tiniest hops. Knees are soft, and you jump. So one of the things you end up having to learn how to do is let's say you want to paint a picture from a photo. You take a picture of your mom and you want to paint that picture. Okay, great. What color is her skin? What color is her hair? And then you pick that color right. Wrong. Wrong. There isn't a color. This is why, I don't know if you noticed this with like crayons when you were a kid, trying to draw people. It looked like crap. Couldn't do it. It's because people aren't a color. I don't see color. I see the spectrum. Still hopping. No. It's not about that. It's you're literally lots of colors. It's sort of pink purple in your ears. There's blue under your eyes. And of course, from the highlights to the shadows, they're different colors, totally different colors. And whatever environment you're in, the light reflects off the environment onto your face. It literally changes your color. And so the colors have to be different. So now imagine, let's stop jumping, reach the heels to the floor, don't put your knees down. Now imagine if we could just zoom in to each of the areas. The shadow under your eyes, then zoom into your eyelid, under your forehead, the tip of your nose, your lips, your chin. If I zoomed in enough, I could get that specific color, couldn't I? Well, that's the game here with your yoga practice. I'm in down dog. What if we could zoom in to the hip joint? What are the hips dealing with? All right, then we can devise practices to develop that. What about the heels? Why aren't my heels down? Maybe I could devise practices for that. With the shoulders, with the elbows, with the wrists. And then when we zoom out, we get this whole tapestry. We have the whole picture, the story. This is what great artists do, and this is what you do. This is what, in this practice, this is what we're encouraging. All right, second process, here we go. Arm cookers, can you cook your arm while you're lookers? Arm cookers, feel your arms burn off of your body. Good. Hands close together, elbows down. World Series hops. Good. Don't put your knees down. Walk your feet back. Into your plank. Legs straight. Chest up. There we go. Hips on the floor. Reading pose. Oh, yeah. Check out the neck. Oh, not so bad. Don't knock over the mirror. Sheesh. In reading pose, trying to recover. Hips and belly relax into the floor. The legs are really relaxed. A little bit of cobra. Hands flat, arms straight, smooth, smooth. Expansive inhales. Expansive. take the hands a hand length closer. Still in cobra. My arms are still forward of my body. Thighs on the floor. Hips are trying to be down. Now I have short baby arms and a long spine. So I can keep my pelvis down pretty close to up dog. You do the best you can. Last breath. Hands a hand length closer. We're almost there. We got a nap coming up. Smooth, smooth inhales. And the best part, when you roll down, stack your hands, set the head down. Isn't that nice? After all this time, we're finally off the shoulders. And see if you can recover. Enjoying these last few breaths. Now, as you're lying on the floor, taking intentionally deep inhales in preparation for what's to come, I want you to imagine doing forearm stand jumps, 10 on each leg. I want you to viscerally imagine being on your elbows, kicking a leg, what it feels like on the floor as your foot pushes and then comes off the floor, the feeling of the legs swinging in the air, a feeling of the weight transfer onto your forearms, what has to happen in your back and your shoulders, what position is your head in. And I want you to really imagine doing this, but then notice all that unnecessary tension in your body as you're imagining it. So, as you imagine kicking, actually relax. Completely give in and give up. Good. Now let's do it in reality. In deep inhales. You can turn towards the wall if you like. If you're going to kick away from the wall, nobody falls over backwards, because that would be embarrassing. Here we go. Reading pose, plank, elbows down dog, single leg kicks. Everybody kicks. Don't worry about staying up. Just 10 on each leg. Oh, I forgot to switch. Should be on the second side, finishing up your last 10. And for those of you that can, number 20, you just stay up. Smooth, deep inhales. You come to sitting, hips against the wall for side splits. Heel side apart. We need at least one block. So my tush is against the wall. Feet are symmetric. Chest is up, head is back. Some of you, heart rate's elevated. Inhale. This is your chance. Open the chest. Take time with these inhales. Feels like it's going to get you there faster. The problem is, when you inhale like that, it's a stressor. It does push oxygen levels up quickly, but then if it stimulates your stress response, then you're actually creating more demand for oxygen. So you're feeding and draining at the same time. Okay, so what if we can find a way to push oxygen levels up and switch our nervous system off, our sympathetic nervous system? No, do not switch your nervous system off. Just your stress response. How do you turn that off? It turns out that smooth, getting rid of the gasps, getting rid of these sounds, right, these sharp, short, or dead breaths where you're holding your breath. That's what we mean by smooth. Prolong. Take your time with these inhales. Take 10, 20 seconds per inhale. And we take that time to double our lung capacity. So now we go for volume. Fight for super volume. Turn the volume up. Go to 11. One block, behind the back. Some of you, it's only going to go behind the head or the shoulders. If you can get it lower, great. If you can't, obviously judge yourself harshly. If there's someone around you that can do it better than you, then, you know. I mean, you know. You know. Mm-hmm. One more deep breath. We're still working on the website, making small little changes here and there. Hopefully you've noticed it's a little faster, a little snappier. Speed is the big thing we want to provide, but then there's some really important functionality that we're going to see if we can find the right people to add. Make the site maybe a little prettier, but more than that, make it be just an absolute ease and joy to operate. Be able to put it on your TV a little bit easier. See it on your phone a little bit better, all that stuff. Let's get rid of the block. Okay, let's do the same pose on our back. So, here's how we do that. We about face, legs come in, shake, shake, shake. I'm going to scooch my hips away from the wall to come into second best, but unusually, I want to get my butt on the wall. This is not what we normally do. Normally, I insist that your butt is not touching the wall, that is inferior, because we're actually not going to be in second best for this. We're going to work on our side splits. So take your legs up and start tick-tocking your legs. And I want you to use the tick-tock to scooch towards the wall. Now, the further you take your legs, the faster the scooch. Everybody's tick-tocking, and everybody's scooching their butt closer and closer to the wall until you can get your butt all the way on the wall. And there we go. Butt's firmly planted to the wall. Let's get a little bit solider on there. There we go. Yeah, squish it. Now with your butt on the wall, there's a secondary question. Is your tailbone on the wall? Aha! On the floor, excuse me. The other flat thing. So tush on the wall, what you think of as the squishy part of the sit bones. And then arch your chest up, get your lower back off the floor with the feel of your sacrum and those medial posterior borders of the ilium on the floor. Heel side apart. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Make sure your lower back's off the floor. Nobody slides away from the wall. Absolutely no pain in the knee. We have a couple options if there's some discomfort in the stretch. One, I can actually take a hand under, and that normally takes some of the pressure off. The other, of course, you just slide that foot up a little bit higher. Take the angle off. This isn't about going any deeper. As a matter of fact, right where your heels are, everyone, listen to me. Hear me now. Right where your heels are. Do not let them slide any lower. This is your position. Nobody goes lower. You're done. We're going to let this angle, this exact angle, to the degree, stay the same, and let this develop. This will be our leverage point, and we're going to make this be what does the work to open. Not now increasing that angle, not now bringing your heels closer to the floor. We're going to do different kinds of work. The first is lock your knees. Push the back of your knees towards the wall as you breathe. Last breath. Lock those knees. Keep your legs exactly where they are in terms of altitude. With your knees perfectly straight, perfectly locked, take your heels off the wall. Is your lower back off the floor? It's that chest up. Get your lower back off the floor. You can use your hands if you need. Take those legs up. Oh boy. Those legs aren't going to work anymore. You get a block. Slide the feet flat, about knee height. Scoot yourself away till your hips are now under your knees. Feet flat on the floor, hips under the knees. Pick your hips up with head and shoulders down until you can get the block way under the back. Try to touch your shoulder blades with the block. And then bring the butt back down on the other side. Nobody sits up and makes this feel right. You put the block under your spine by lifting your hips up with head and shoulders down. And then you bring your butt down. Nobody sits up. Keep your head and shoulders on the floor. Take your heels up the wall. Good morning. Unless you're in Europe, then good evening. Thank you for joining us. Roll your hand left and right and left. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, then left. Don't go left 2 times, then you'll get confused. Left, left, right, left, left, right, left, 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 right, left, left, right. That game you will lose. Okay. Butts on the floor as low as you can get it. Head and shoulders are on the floor for sure. Bend your knees, feet flat. Walk your feet wide for John Wayne on the wall. Knees lower than the feet. Feet turned out 45 degrees. 45. Photo 5. It's wonderful. So good, isn't it? Last one. Feet come in, right over left, hips to the floor. Runner stretch. Nice breath. You switch. It's okay if your hips lift up for a moment to get it all set up. Then do what you can. Get that booger back down. Big old butt booger. Booger butt. Here we go. Roll off to one side. Get rid of the block. Back on your back. Take your legs up, shake them out. Roll the head. Turn the neck. Feel your body relax. Our class is here to help you out when your life attacks. You feeling good? Feeling balanced? Excited to stay here? You don't want to twitch a muscle. A little bit of work to get lower back off the floor will help keep your spine stable when you come back up to sitting, but you can actually just take a nap here. You give up, you're done. And when you're done, really be done. Don't be half done. It's like, okay, I'm going to take a nap, but then you stare at your phone. That's not a nap. It's not a break. Taking a break and staring at a thing that's stimulating your stress response is not a break. That's just more stress. So give up completely. For those of you that are ready to follow me, here we go. Off to one side. Block under the hips. With knees on the floor, get that chest out. The top of the head pushes up to the ceiling. We see if we can breathe. How tall can you be? Find that perfect spot where the head balances over the spine. Notice where your mind wanders. And notice how tense you get in places totally unnecessary to keep you upright, like your belly, your chest, your throat, around your jaw and your mouth. And TikTok ahead. How do we create value? We here at Story Street, we're working hard for that. Thank you for giving us a purpose, a reason to wake up in the morning. Thank you for your support. We truly, deeply hope that this work is giving value into your life. It's supporting you, creating the life that you want, and having things work a little bit better than they would have otherwise. From our hearts here at Story Street to yours, high fives. Please enjoy your day. Breathe deep, just not when you're around strangers. High five, but only mentally. Till soon, till next time. See you guys hopefully tomorrow. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.